In this Elden Ring video, I'm going to be showcasing my samurai PvP build that I've been enjoying. This is a build that uses the Nagakiba katana paired with the spinning slash Ash of War. Right now, a lot of people are using the Moonveil katana or the Rivers of Blood, and for good reason. The Moonveil katana has really high damage potential and the animation is really fast, so if you don't get a roll off in time, you're more than likely dead. The Rivers of Blood is a sweet and awesome weapon to use, and you really feel like a samurai using the Corpse Piler weapon skill. I was using the Rivers of Blood when the arcane scaling on the weapon was bugged, and even though the damage wasn't great, I still enjoyed using it. With the release of patch of 1.03, From Software fixed the arcane scaling on the weapon, and now a lot of people have realized the true potential of the weapon's damage. This has caused me to stray away from using the weapon to separate myself from the meta. Which brings me to talk about the build that I will be showcasing in today's video. So let's go and take a look at the stats and gear. I am rune level 125. There's been discussion within the PvP scene, and level 125 seems to be the rune level you want to be at for a more balanced PvP dueling scene. So I've decided on keeping my level here unless the meta starts to shift a little higher. My vigor is at 60, my mind's at 11, endurance is at 16, strength is at 18, and that's pretty important because the Nagakiba has a strength requirement of 18. It's the only way I can use the weapon. My dexterity is at 55. We are primarily a dexterity build, so I want my dexterity to be a little higher. Intelligence is at 9. Faith is at 15. The only reason why my faith is at 15 is because I have a buff called Flame Grant Me Strength, which gives me a 20% damage increase. But I will only use the buff if the person that I'm dueling allows buffs. Otherwise, I will not use it. And my arcane's at 20. The reason why my arcane's at 20 is because for a time I was using the Rivers of Blood, and Rivers of Blood requires an arcane level of 20. But I've started to, separate myself from using the weapon, so there may come a time where I might respect myself. And now we'll be talking about the gear. So in today's showcase, we'll be playing with the Nagakiba plus 25 with the spinning slash Ash of War. This right here is the meat and potatoes of this build, and this combination is just insane. People will panic roll, and if they panic roll, the spinning slash Ash of War will 9 out of 10 times catch them. The damage is just crazy good, and the range is just insane. So if you haven't tried this build out yet, I highly advise that you at least try it out in PvP and let me know how it works out for you, because I've been having a ton of fun with this weapon. Finger Seal is for my buff, Flame Grant Me Strength. Again, I will only use a buff if my opponent allows me to, otherwise I won't use it, just to keep things fair. Iron Casa, well, I'm playing with the katana, so I gotta look like a samurai, right? I think it's kind of funny whenever people are wearing like heavy tanky gear and then they have a katana, and it just doesn't look right. So I gotta have that Elden bling, so I got the Iron Casa, got the Ronin's armor to, complete the look. Millennia's Gauntlet, it's a little off, but the reason why I like it is because you have like a golden hand, and it kind of looks like a metal arm. I don't know, I kind of like that, like you have a metal arm as a samurai. And then the War Surgeon trousers, I think the color palette here is like a earthy brown kind of scheme here, and I really like that. So I think it fits the look pretty well, so I've kept that. Now we have no armor, so we're kind of depending on dodging and rolling everything, and so long as you can, then I think you'll be okay. Now moving on to the talisman, we have the Crimson Amber Medallion +2. This is pretty straightforward. Raises our HP pool because we have no defense. We want to beef up our HP as much as we can, so we're using the Crimson Amber Medallion +2. Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman. Again, we don't have any armor. This talisman is going to help protect us if we get hit with something heavy. Gives us extra defenses, so that's why it's there. Shard of Alexander. Now, Shard of Alexander goes hand in hand with this weapon here because we are practically abusing Spinning Slash. It's going to increase our damage with Spinning Slash pretty well. So, pretty straightforward. We want to increase our damage pretty high with this talisman, so we got that going with the weapon. And then we are also using the Erdtree's Favor +1. Again, we are trying to increase our HP, stamina. We want to make sure our stamina pool is pretty healthy, because if you spam Spinning Slash, it will eat up your endurance, so we want to make sure that our endurance has a healthy pull. And that's pretty much the gear. So I really hope that you enjoy the video that I put together, and you can see the potential of this weapon with this Ash of War. It is just insane, and I really hope that you enjoy what I've put together for you guys.